Imagine reaching your 90s drug-free, vigorous, and without ever getting seriously ill. Sounds like a dream, right? In a world where aging is often associated with inevitable decline and increasing dependence on drugs, the story we are about to tell you seems almost unbelievable. Yet, in an ancient monastery nestled in the hills, lives a man who embodies this possibility. A wise Buddhist monk who, at the venerable age of 90, does not know the taste of a pill and the weakness of a disease that stops him. His incredible longevity and his living without drugs are a living testimony to a different approach to life and natural health. How is it possible to age well at this level? Is it genetics? Is it luck? In this video, you will not only meet this extraordinary man, Venerable Ananda, but you will also discover the 5 daily habits that he attributes to his incredible health and vitality. These are simple, accessible practices rooted in ancient wisdom, but very powerful for holistic well-being. And if you stay until the end, it will reveal to you the deepest secret that links these habits to a life of inner peace, a secret that goes beyond simple physical health and can transform your entire approach to life, infusing you with new vital energy. In the meantime, if you find inspiration in this story, like the video to let us know that you appreciate this type of content and share it with someone you think it could benefit. And above all, write us in the comments which city you are watching us from. We are curious to connect with you. The morning sun filtered through the canopy of an ancient Bodhi tree into the serene courtyard of Kasyapa Monastery. The air was thick with the scent of light incense and the distant song of birds. A small group of people, curious faces, some skeptical, some hopeful, sat in respectful silence on simple cushions facing a man. He was not imposing in stature, but his presence filled the space with a palpable stillness and strength, a manifestation of serene life energy. It was the Venerable Ananda. His eyes, bright and attentive, seemed to contain the wisdom of centuries. The wrinkles on his face were not signs of fatigue, but rather the maps of a long, peaceful journey. His back was surprisingly straight, his bony, strong hands resting calmly on his knees. He wore the simple saffron robe of a Buddhist monk, faded by the years and countless meditations under the same sun that now warmed them. His figure was the quintessence of aging well. He was 90 years old, 90 springs, 90 summers, 90 autumns, and 90 winters, yet he exuded an energy that many of those present, in their 50s and 60s, could only dream of. He did not cough, he did not complain of joint pain, his mind was as clear as spring water. His condition of living without drugs at that age was almost mythological to many. A young woman, boldly seeking answers, broke the silence that had lasted a few moments after everyone had taken their seats. Her voice was a respectful whisper, but loaded with a question that was on everyone's mind. Venerable Ananda, he began, hesitating slightly, it is said that you are 90 years old and take no medicine. Do you ever get sick? A gentle smile spread across Ananda's face, not an ironic smile, but one that greeted the question with complete understanding. It is true, my daughter, his voice replied calmly, deep despite his age, like a stone smoothed by a 1,000-year-old river. I don't remember the last time an illness forced me to bed, or that I had to ask for help from a medicine. My body is a temple that I have learned to listen to and honor, practicing natural health. There was a murmur in the crowd. It was simply unbelievable to many of them, accustomed to a world where the pharmacy is an almost weekly stop after a certain age. But how? Asked an elderly man with an expression of genuine bewilderment. Is it genetics? Is it some esoteric monastic secret that ensures this longevity? Ananda shook his head slowly. It's not genetics, although a good foundation helps. And it's not some esoteric secret hidden in magic powders or mysterious elixirs, he said with another shade of a smile. It's much simpler, and at the same time, it requires unwavering discipline. It's a matter of daily habits, conscious choices repeated every day that nourish not only the body, but also the mind and spirit. They are 5 pillars, simple but fundamental, that have supported my holistic well-being for decades. The eyes of those present lit up. There, it was not an unattainable miracle, but a path, a set of practices for aging well. The air became more tense, the attention maximum. Ananda paused, as if to allow his words to settle. Then, he began to reveal his secrets. The first pillar, he said, holding up a bony finger, is the most subtle, but perhaps the most powerful. Conscious breathing and presence. Many live in the past or the future, dragging regrets or chasing anxieties. This disperses vital energy and creates tension in the body. I have learned to constantly return to the present moment, anchoring myself to my breath. Every inhalation and exhalation is an opportunity to release what is not useful, tension, worries, judgments, and to welcome life as it is, in this moment. I practice formal meditation every day, but the real practice is to bring this awareness into every activity. This calms the mind, promotes stress management, the silent poison of modernity, and allows the body to function in a more harmonious state. It is like giving the nervous system a constant vacation, contributing to my natural health. He paused for another moment, allowing them to reflect on the simple act of breathing. Many instinctively try to take a deeper breath. The second pillar, he continued, is what we bring into our temple, conscious eating. I'm not just talking about food, although that is fundamental. I've always eaten simply: fresh vegetables, whole grains, legumes. Lots of meat, little refined sugar, very little processed foods. But wisdom is not just what you eat, but how you eat. I eat slowly, savoring each bite, chewing carefully. I pay attention to my body's signals, stopping when I'm satisfied, not when I'm full. I eat with gratitude for the land that gave that food and for the hands that prepared it. This conscious approach to nutrition does not burden the body, facilitates digestion and assimilation of nutrients, and prevents the accumulation of toxins. Food is not just energy, it is information for every cell in your body, and proper conscious eating is key to living without drugs. A man in the group nodded slowly, perhaps thinking of his hasty meals consumed in front of a screen. The third pillar, Ananda said, bending another finger, is conscious and intentional movement. The body is made to move, not to stand still. But I am not talking about strenuous exercises or competitions. I am talking about movement that nourishes, long walks in the surrounding woods, slow and conscious movements that loosen the joints and activate the vital energy. Even the daily work in a monastery garden is a form of movement. The important thing is consistency and intention. Moving every day keeps the blood and energy, chai, as they call it in other traditions, fluid, prevents stagnation and keeps the muscles and bones strong, but without overstressing them. The body is a river. If the water flows, it stays clean. If it stagnates, it becomes cloudy. This conscious movement is essential for aging well. An elderly woman straightened her back, as if she wanted to immediately incorporate the advice. The fourth pillar is regenerative rest and listening to the body. Ananda continued. Many consider sleep a luxury or a waste of time. This is a profound mistake. It is during rest that the body repairs itself, regenerates itself, detoxifies itself, and reorganizes the mind. I go to sleep early and wake up before dawn, following the natural rhythms. But it is not just a question of how many hours you sleep, it is the quality. And it's not just about sleep at night, it's about listening to your body during the day. If I feel tired, I take a short, conscious rest. Respecting your body's signals, not constantly pushing it beyond its limits, is an act of profound wisdom that supports natural health. It allows your immune system to remain strong and alert, which is essential for longevity. Many exchanged guilty glances. Sleep was often the first thing they sacrificed in their hectic lives. The fifth and final pillar, Ananda said, his voice deepening slightly, is perhaps the most integrated of all: the serene mind and the open heart. Fear, anger, resentment, chronic anxiety, these negative emotions are corrosive. They erode our life energy and create a breeding ground for disease. I have dedicated my life to cultivating a peaceful mind through mindfulness and meditation, and an open heart through compassion towards myself and others, gratitude and acceptance of what is, without resisting needlessly. This does not mean passivity, but recognizing reality for what it is and acting from that space of clarity. Letting go of worries I can't control, forgiving, finding joy in the little things. A light and free mind and heart are incredibly powerful for physical health. Stress management through serenity is the most powerful medicine there is and contributes greatly to holistic well-being. Ananda concluded, his gaze taking in everyone present. These are the 5 daily habits. They seem simple, right? Breathe, eat wisely, mindful eating, move, mindful movement, rest, cultivate serenity and openness, stress management. There is nothing magical about them. The magic is in their consistent practice and the intention with which they are performed. I do not do them as a duty, but as an act of love towards my body and my mind, which are intrinsically connected and allow me to live without drugs and enjoy this longevity. Again, there was a reverent silence, but this time it was a silence of contemplation and inspiration, not of disbelief. Ananda's words were not just information, they were an invitation, a living demonstration that another way of aging well, another way of living, was possible. But Venerable Ananda, the young woman from before asked, her voice firmer now, you spoke of a deeper secret at the end. What is this secret that ties everything together? Ananda smiled, a smile that seemed to light up the entire courtyard. Ah, yes, he said softly, the secret is not a 6th habit. It is the realization that these 5 practices are not separate from life itself. They are life. The real secret is to understand that perfect health, vitality at any age, is not a goal to be achieved through exhausting effort, but is the natural state of being when one lives in harmony with one's true nature and the rhythm of existence. This is the foundation of holistic wellness and true natural health. He made a sweeping gesture with one hand, taking in the tree, the sky, the people sitting. When you breathe fully and are present, you are in harmony. When you nourish your body with respect, you are in harmony. When you move with fluidity, you are in harmony. When you rest deeply, you are in harmony. When your mind is calm and your heart is open, you are fully in harmony. And in that state of harmony, disease has little room to take root. The body, mind, and spirit work together to maintain balance and preserve vital energy. The secret is awareness that leads to harmony. Practice these daily habits not as rules, but as steps toward this harmony. Ananda stood up with surprising grace for his age. Do not seek health as something external to be obtained, he said. Cultivate it from within, moment by moment, choice by choice. Begin with a conscious breath, then choose a nourishing food. Take a short walk, rest when you need it, smile at a stranger or forgive a small offense. Each small step strengthens the pillars of your holistic well-being. It is never too late to begin building your temple of natural health, drug-free living, and achieve serene longevity through aging well. The sun was higher in the sky now, gently warming the courtyard. People rose slowly, their faces thoughtful, some with tears in their eyes. They had searched for an elixir, a quick fix, and they had found something infinitely more precious, a simple, profound path that reconnects physical health to the way you live each moment. Ananda's wisdom was not a burden, but a wing, and as they left the courtyard, many felt a new desire to breathe, eat, move, rest, and be, with a little more awareness and a little more harmony. Their quest for health had just become a journey home.